Hey everyone, my name is Will, and this is my boy Nick here.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, sup dogs? Yeah. You like that name, Nick? So here is GitHub. We're creating a video just for interns at CyberSpark to learn how to use GitHub and learn the functions and all that good great stuff that we'll be using and you'll be using in the future when creating projects. So here it is. First thing you gotta do is create an account on GitHub. Should be easy. Put your username, put your email, forget all that stuff you just saw, and put your password. Simple, to the point, easy. Let's go. Okay.
So once you have your username and stuff set up on GitHub, go ahead and find it again. So for example, mine is nwhitwer.
Yeah.
So go ahead and copy that, and then go on to Slack.
You can go on to the desktop version on your browser or this one. It doesn't matter. But you can go on Slack, or you can text Mike, or you can spam Mike, whatever it takes to get that message across.
And then just go ahead, send him a direct message, and then send him.
Put GitHub, or
yeah, just
put GitHub, and then put a colon, and put the username that you created on GitHub. All right.
Once you have an account, and Mike sets you up on CyberSpark, then you'll see this cat icon, which goes to the home page, and then you'll need to go to the drop down, and you'll be able to select CyberSpark.
Yep.
Then you can see all the repositories, which are the different. Essentially, think of them as folders for different projects. And then, for the purposes of this video, we have a repository called Training. So we'll go ahead and click on that, and you'll see this. You'll see this a lot, actually. This layout. So you'll want to get used to what is going on.
Don't get overwhelmed at first at GitHub, because when I was using GitHub, I was like, man, there's so much things around here. I don't know how to use it at all. I'm so scared. I'm gonna go home and cry to my mom. Don't panic, okay? Just know that the more you get used to it, the more you get exposed to it, things will get second nature and it will become easy for you. So don't cry. If you need to cry, then I'll cry with you, okay?
Stay calm and get in it.
Yeah, stay calm, get in it.
Anyways, so the most important things that you'll notice is all your files will show up in this area, and you can click on them and see all the code that's inside of them.
And let's go edit that part too. Actually, the README file, MD. Yeah.
So the README file is it's going to give a description of what this repository does.
So I put, this is a description of what the repository repo does. Repo, the repo man. But anyways, you don't have to necessarily put any code. You can just put plain text, and then you come down here. You can decide if you want to update it or add other descriptions.
Do you want to explain what a commit is?
And what commit is basically saying is like a comment.
Or a version.
Or a version. That's all. So we're just going to leave it like that. Commit changes. And then there you go.
And then you'll see that on the homepage as well. So
see that on homepage.
Other things you might need to know is there's issues, which we might in the future use for like a to-do list of things that are wrong with the current versions. Probably the two most important things are over here. So cloning in desktop and download as a zip. What you're going to be doing for a lot of projects is cloning, which means that it'll download all the files that are over here, and then also put a Git file, or Git folder technically, onto your desktop. And this is what you'll do when you're working on projects that already exist on GitHub.
Once you get everything set up on GitHub by creating your username and sending Mike your username through Slack or something else, you want to go on to install Git. So let's get in it.
So we'll have this link in the description, but what we're going to do now is install Git versus GitHub. So just a quick description, Git is local, which means that it's only on your computer, and then GitHub is the online website where everyone can collaborate and put their code. And we'll show you how to move your code from local to GitHub. But the first step will be to download Git. So we'll go ahead and go down to here, and we'll install the graphical user interface for it, which looks like this. So we got it all set up. We'll open it up. It'll probably walk you through. It'll say, do you want to install this? And you're like, yeah, of course I do.
But yeah, just keep clicking on the default settings that are on there. Keep clicking next, 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 and yeah, eventually you get that nice picture that you see on the desktop.
And then you'll see, it'll probably be blank, but you'll see eventually it'll look like this. What I'm looking at here is all the changes.
I thought
if it's
red was
green, it's new code. If it's red, it's
old code.
Old code. It's been replaced or deleted. And then
that's your history tab. Yeah.
Yes, this was history. So these are pushes locally and also on GitHub. And remember that you have to push your code changes. So these changes that I have on this tab are all new things. So I need to make a commit, and then once it's committed as a version, then I have to upload it to GitHub. So I'd write in my message. You can put a description, and make sure that your message explains really well what you changed.
Yeah,
so that it helps other developers.
So don't put anything random. Don't put anything crazy.
Trolly,
don't put troll. Don't put crazy stuff like I do. Okay. Make sure, like, if you're editing like a CSS file, you want to make sure what part of the CSS file. Maybe you increase the font size or maybe the font height, but make sure that whatever you edited, state that.
Yep. So once you have GitHub set up on your Mac, we'll start the process of cloning. As you saw on GitHub, there's the clone button. So you can actually just hit clone in desktop. It'll go right to your GitHub app. For our purposes, we'll have a folder on the desktop. Goes straight to the desktop, and we have our README, which is the only file we had on GitHub. For test purposes, we made a very quick HTML file. So just, as you can see, very simple. But you'll be doing this a lot, so for this purposes, it works out. Drag our test file into the GitHub file, or folder.
Nice.
So now all of our files are in the same place.
That's good.
If we go back to GitHub, the app, we'll see that we now have a change.
Keep in mind that green is good, meaning like the code hasn't been changed. It's just the way
has changed.
It's new. Yeah, it's basically a new file, and red means something has changed, something has gone bad. You can think of it that way.
Green good, red bad.
Yeah, whatever he said.
So now we'll show you how to do a commit.
All right.
So for this one, we add the test.html file, and then that pretty much.
You can add more description, but get straight to the point on that part.
Yeah, be super specific with this, and then super well worded.
So
short and sweet.
Short, sweet, to the point, and if it needs more descriptions, like I said, you can give it there. Yeah.
So
get in it.
Yeah. So what we've done is we've just added this file to our folder. So now we need to commit it as a version. So we'll commit it, and we can talk about branches and what master means later. But yeah, that works. So then you'll see up here, you'll see 0 changes, but then 1 unsynced. So what that means is that we have one change that's local, but it's not on GitHub, so no one else can see it, which is a problem because our team needs to see this file.
If you don't see it, you're going to get fired. No, I'm just kidding.
So once you have this unsynced file, you need to push it to GitHub. Once the code is in a place that it's not going to break everything else, and you've tested it locally. So what you can do is you can actually just hit sync. Yeah, I don't know what that means. You can hit sync, and then it'll pull. I think it pulls from GitHub, so any changes that other people have made, it'll pull those down into your code. And at the same time, it'll also push all of your changes and kind of merge everyone's code together.
But please make sure, like, before you even push that code into GitHub, make sure that it works and it does not failed. Like you actually tested it and made sure that it worked. Else, okay, it's gonna break every other. It's gonna mess up with everybody's code and files basically, and you don't want that to happen.
And one example of that is if you're writing CSS code and you have a super general selector, like content or something like that, or body, right? And you apply it without testing it locally, the entire site could get messed up. So
let's stress this again. Let me put my fingers like this.
His fingers are up, guys.
My fingers are up, guys. So
Spartan up.
Starting up. All right, 3-pointer right here. Okay. So let us emphasize again. Before you add that file into GitHub, make sure that you tested it and it works and it does not break other people's code, or else things are gonna get messy.
And we can show you. I think we can show you how to do that later as well. There's some easy testing methods, and we'll eventually install WordPress locally. So you'll be able to try everything out and make sure that it'll work once it's actually up there. So that's pretty much, those are the basics as far as GitHub for Mac goes. It's pretty similar. The interface should be very similar on Windows. Now there's this annoying thing that you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, guys, sorry. You have to have it, but it's hidden. We'll explain what is hidden.
So
Secrets.
on Mac, at least does Windows do it too?
Yeah, Windows does it too. It hide it.
Yeah. So, but with Mac, what you're gonna have to do is once you've cloned your project from GitHub.
The one where we cloned it was in training file, and right now in that area where it says readme test, those aren't the only 2 files there. There's actually a hidden one. A hidden one.
So you're gonna go ahead and open up Terminal.
Yeah.
And then you'll follow these simple steps that Google has already laid out for us. So I went ahead and copied all of this, and I'll just paste it in here. It'll seem like nothing happened, but it's totally okay. You'll press return after you've pasted it in.
Or enter.
Or enter. And then hold down Option and then right click on Finder and go to relaunch. And what this will do is it'll close Finder for us, and then boom.
You see that? That's the hidden file. That's the secret file.
So
that file.
This folder contains all of the Git stuff that you should never actually.
Yeah, don't never touch it. It's just there. So that's why it was hidden in the first place. But you need that file in order for GitHub to work. Yeah. Don't delete it. Just leave it the way it is in there. But you have to have that file so GitHub can work. If you don't, then it's not going to work.
Yep. Yeah, so once that's there, then we have our hidden files, which is great and will be helpful later. So now we'll just make another change to our HTML file.
So let's create another file in there. Oh, you're going to duplicate. Okay. We're lazy. That's why we did it that way.
Another
No.
test.
No, let's not do that. Let's put Will. Put Will in there. Yeah, Will sucks. Okay,
Will sucks.
All right, we're gonna put Will sucks in there. All right.
Obviously, that's common knowledge, but
dang it, that's.
So this is a sentence about how much Will sucks.
Damn.
Awesome. So
I don't know what that means, but man, hey, there's a D. Oh man, is that what gonna be? Oh shit.
We've changed it now, so this is different than this. And now we want to go make sure that Git changed those for us. So as we can see in our changes,
let's press on it.
It added the Will sucks to HTML file. You can see everything in here.
Damn.
And then we'll also change the test file so that you can see what it looks like if you delete something.
We'll look, there's another D. Wait a minute, man. You slipping, man. You slipping. You slipping, dog.
Yeah, make sure you save it. So then we'll see in here in our changes, it's changed from this to this.
So red, remember, like we said, red is bad. You can think of it as like a gang or something like that. It's bad, and Greavies is good.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So with that all done, don't actually name it this, but
for YouTube's sake, yes, you can name it whatever you want.
Added X and Y, and then obviously you fill those in. So now we want to push these changes, or not. So first we'll make a commit, so save it as a version.
So this commit will the part where it says Will sucks and added X and Y, those two things will be described for both these files.
And actually, you can see those here. So if you
Mhm.
click on commits, you can see that this is what we've changed so far,
Mhm.
and who changed it to. So now,
Let's commit it.
yeah. So again, when you commit something, it's not putting it on GitHub. It's just saving a local version.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the thing. Push is pushing it to GitHub. You can think of it as pushing it away from your computer to GitHub.
Push
But
it to the cloud.
You push it to the cloud. But then when you commit, you just commit it to your own laptop and whatever computer, and no one can see it.
Yeah.
It's like a committed relationship. Wait, did
I think they would see that.
Never mind then.
Anyways.
Anyways.
So you'll notice that you have the one unsynced commit. You can also have you could have tons of unsynced commits. So you're gonna want to sync them, which means push them to GitHub so that everybody can see them. And then run the changes, and then boom, we're all pushed up here.
Yeah.
We can go back to github.com,
refresh
the page, and
Fresh
we'll see.
prints.
Boom.
Damn, there you go.
Awesome. And then you can click on that actually, and you can see everything that was changed.
That's
And
beautiful.
you can write how bad the code was or something like that.
I don't like this file.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as the basics of GitHub. GitHub also works for images and videos and everything.
You got your JPEGs, you got your IMGs, you got your PDF.
IMG isn't a type of image.
It's just an image. That's what I'm trying to say. But
yeah, so all of your files will get synced up.
It's not only text files. You can put other stuff in it too. All right. WordPress now.